Last point very important. This is the one that where I add the most value, which is the property that you buy. Because the property that you buy, right, if it's something that a lot of people like in general, then it's probably easier to sell because there'll be more. Because there will be more people looking for that similar type of property. So I always tell my customers, don't buy something that you kind of like but not many other people like. So that's one danger that you need to watch out for. So I'm here at the Grand Dunman actual work site, right next to Dakota MRT, just behind me, so very near MRT. I'm here because a client of mine is interested, so we just came to review the actual site before he makes any decision whether to buy one or not. But today I wanted to talk about risk and opportunity, because risk and opportunity is a discussion that comes up quite often, all the time, when I'm serving my customers. So here goes. So when it comes to whether it's landed property, private, condominiums, or even HDB, I mean, we all buy homes because we want to live in them and be happy. So main consideration is we like the home, we like the location, the price works out, and we want to have a happy home. And to me, every conversation I have with my transaction clients, my goal is always the same, which is end of the transaction, everybody must be happy. Buyer, seller, everyone's happy. When everybody's happy, I get continued business because I added value to their life. Now, when we are doing this process of buying, whether it's a brand new launch like Grand Dunman or any other property, one of the pieces that I like to spend some time on is exit strategy. Meaning, at any one point in time in the future where you decide, okay, I'm going to upgrade, downgrade, buy something else, can I sell my property and of course make some money? I mean, that's not a key driver, but at least you want to walk out with some profit, cover some costs, and you feel happy and move forward. And profit, of course, helps you to upgrade or encash for retirement and so on. So the exit strategy is where we start talking about risk and opportunity. So the first question we need to ask for exit strategy is, what is the baseline? The baseline is the property that you are buying today and at what price. That's the baseline compared to the neighboring condos or HDB blocks and so on. So that's your baseline. So if you buy at around baseline, average market prices, then you should be okay. Everybody buying today is on the same level. So that's the first question, baseline. Second thing is the location. So you look at the location and you say, wow, everybody wants to come and live here. It's a nice place. I think the demand will carry forward. So the demand will always be there. So it will move with the market, or maybe even do better than the market. So, but remember, when the market goes down, also things go down. So there's something I have to tell you. So you buy a baseline, the location looks good, everything's fine, the demand will be there in the future. Then you start to see exit strategy, like, yeah, I bought something that other people will love to buy also, so I will follow the market. Now the next question is the market. So am I buying at the peak? Am I buying at the low? And how's the macroeconomics next 5 years, 10 years? The area, how is it going to carry the price? One thing you must remember, when I do the calculation, I always look at the quantum. So let's say you buy something at $1.8 million. Today, your income is X dollars. I always ask this question, okay, in 10 years time, if you're going to sell it at $2.5 million or $2.3 million, at that time, how much must someone like you make in income to be able to afford that property? So Singapore, wages have been rising. I think the government has always been driving for economic growth. So I wouldn't bet on incomes going down, but there will be structural employment issues sometimes, and it will swing back up. We've seen that before. So overall, those are some of the considerations you need. You need the baseline. Are you at the right price today? How's the economy going? How's the location? Is it a high demand location? Then you kind of get a drift of what's your exit point, that you will walk out given the right macroeconomic situation and the demand and the supply. and everything's fine. Let's talk about demand and supply. You know, COVID, the whole COVID pandemic caused some new factors. Cost of construction, so that one become a big issue. So cost of construction has gone up. So you know that okay, the prices have stepped up. When developers sell, you know, it's going to be higher. The cost of land, right? Now it's either government land sales or on block sales where developers get their land. So I mean, when developers pay more for land, the cost of property is going to go up. Now whether people buy or not depends on the demand at that time. So the supply of land, right, in Singapore is pretty much controlled, which means that government is not going to release too much land until there's an oversupply, and then we get price, bubble forming. Neither is the government going to hold back so much that the prices go crazy, because it's not good for building homes and having a happy Singapore. So demand and supply, I pretty much say that okay, it's under control. Sometimes due to unforeseen circumstances like the pandemic, there will be some issues. So we are going through that issue now. In the future, I see more supply than the pandemic time. So there will be more supply coming in. There will be some more choices for people. Now whether prices are going to come down, I don't think so. You know why? The cost of construction has gone up. So we are at a different level of pricing now. So demand and supply, like I said, I think it's something you don't have to worry too much about. It's under control. Government manages to control that, and over a longer period of time, let's say 10-20 years, it should flatten out. There will be some hiccups, here and there, but overall demand and supply looks fine. So remember, we talked about your baseline, where you're entering, you're buying something of reasonable value in the market. Then we talked about demand and supply, okay, pretty much managed by other people, is not within our control, but looks overall quite safe. The last point, very important. This is the one that where I add the most value, which is the property that you buy. Because the property that you buy, right, if it's something that a lot of people like in general, then it's probably easier to sell, because there'll be more because there will be more people looking for that similar type of property. So I always tell my customers, don't buy something that you kind of like but not many other people like. So that's one danger that you need to watch out for. So I always ask my customer, okay, you want to buy this unit, let's review the unit. Is it something of good demand all the time? Like 3 bedrooms, standard size, no funny shape in the house, and then stuff like that. So I really think about that. I also look at outside the house, like what is outside the house. The nice view, fine, everybody loves a nice view, but if you're facing something that most people don't like, then it's going to be a problem. So remember, to summarize, buy at the right price in the current market. Do the forecast for the future to see whether the location and that type of house will continue to have good demand in the next few years, or maybe in the next few decades. And the specific unit that you buy, is it something that everybody will love? Most people will love, will be fine with it. So those are my simple exit strategy discussion that I have with my clients. So when you're thinking of buying, if you don't want to talk to me or talk to any other agent, just go through my list. Make sure you buy something that everybody likes, easier to sell, and of course buy a good price. Must negotiate, because when seller agent like me knows that buyer loves my place, it's going to be a hard negotiation. And when I'm helping my buyers to buy, I'm going to go in not showing all my cards that my buyer loves the house, because I need to negotiate. So this last piece is very important, because the last piece of negotiation can be a difference of up to 5 to 10%. So happy buying.